There was a desperate need in the emergency room for psychiatric care. Emergency room docs would definitely do whatever they can do, but at the end of the day, a psychiatrist was needed to see these patients and address their needs. And there was a new culture that we introduced here to St. Joseph, which means the patient would not stay for 6 or 7 hours until seen by the specialist or the consultant as the psychiatrist. No, we actually introduced this new culture that the patient has to be seen kind of in triage before the patient is even seen by the ER doc. For a patient to decide to come in for a psychiatric complaint or a psychiatric question, it means things really got out of control, that they can say, I don't have time to wait for an outpatient appointment, I really have to go to the ER.
And so here at St. Joseph, we have a multidisciplinary team made up of the physician, psychiatrist, as well as a nurse practitioner and a team of social workers. And our duty is to provide psychiatric care to patients throughout the hospital, actually, primarily in the emergency department, but also up on the medical floors. So St. Joseph is a very active, very high volume emergency department serving the Orange County region. It is one of the highest volume emergency departments in the area, in the entire county. And so, consistent with trends across the nation, a significant number of the patients coming to the emergency department, their primary need is mental health or psychiatric care. The ER tends to be a very stimulating environment. Bright lights, noises, beeping from the monitors, people shouting orders, calling a code. It's a very hectic environment, understandably so. If a major trauma case comes in, it's sort of all hands on deck, and it's a very intense surge. Particularly with certain forms of mental illness, that overstimulation can become overwhelming and is really not very therapeutic. And so having a separate space where we're able to control the environment, decrease some of that stimulation, have it be a little bit quieter, a little more controlled, really leads to just better outcomes.
To me, the whole thing is treating the person on an individual basis and to provide some hope. There's not just one answer to every situation. Sometimes people see mental health and they think there's like one road. And they also tend to think too that it's something that's the same thing for everyone. It's a very much individualized journey for people.
I think that being in the ER is a really teachable moment for people that are having giant stressors and challenges in their life, whether it's addiction or mental health. Sometimes coming to the ER is a moment of change for them, that it has gotten this bad or come to this point, and it's a unique time to be able to link them with resources that may produce real change in their life.
Maybe for some people who have some somewhat antiquated or old-fashioned ideas of what a psychiatric patient constitutes, I'll say that it's your neighbor, it's your teacher, it's your parent, it's your child. We see all sorts of people in the emergency department from all walks of life, all sorts of backgrounds. And it's It's an illness like other illnesses that doesn't really discriminate based on race or socioeconomic status. It really does affect portions of all populations.